Well, joining us now is Tom Singer, the new CEO, new-ish CEO of the Austin Technology Council. So Samsung looks to expand in Williamson and Travis counties, and Austin's appeal to major tech companies really continues to grow. We wanted to gain just some insight on the current tech landscape. Now, before we get into all of that, Tom, can you just explain the Austin Technology Council, who you are, what you all do, entering your 30th year, right?
Yeah, the Austin Technology Council is a 30-year-old technology association that exists to help promote and facilitate the growth and sustainability of technology companies here in Austin.
Okay, and so for you, what challenges are you seeing in the tech industry right now? Obviously, we're seeing a lot of growth, but with that comes some challenges. So what are you seeing?
Well, there's obviously phenomenal growth. Austin has done an amazing job at growing over the last 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. However, with that comes problems when it comes to being able to find the right staff to work for your companies. Also, we still have a disparity between who is founding companies and getting funded. So there's not as much diversity in that area as we would like to see. And so there's some challenges that we have, but the future looks really bright.
Okay, and talking about the future, how are you all kind of a catalyst of growth for the future, and what trends do you foresee happening?
Sure, well, our job is to facilitate bringing people together. It's building community and collaboration. So we have a lot of really smart people here in Austin, and our job is to bring those smart people together, get them to share those ideas. And when smart minds come together and share ideas, solutions are going to be created. And so that's one of the focuses that we have, is bringing people together and really collaborating on how do we get to that next level? How do we get Austin to that next stage in the next 5 years?
And Austin has really positioned itself as an international tech hub. And so what are you hearing from, surrounding states, surrounding communities? What can we expect for the future of tech here in Austin?
Sure, well, as you look around the country, there are a lot of cities who look at Austin and say, we want to do what they did over the last few decades. And so Austin has positioned itself not just as a semiconductor town or a software town, but we have created an ecosystem that really allows us to weather the ups and downs that happen in the economy in different segments of technology, and we're able to have this diverse workforce and able to attract people here because there are jobs here. And so I think that Austin's going to continue to grow that eclectic group of tech, and therefore gives us that sustainability.
All right, Tom Singer, thank you so much from Austin Technology Council. I know we'll be checking in with you, I'm sure, in a few months.
We would love that.
Thank you.